American presidency, the Obama administration's war on America. And I've been asked, did you say war to be provocative? And I said war to be accurate. Even yesterday, with the Arizona ruling, and everybody's talking about that, it was a victory for Obama. It was a defeat for the American people. It was an attack on America. I don't believe that Obama cares about the borders. He's an internationalist. He is an internationalist who believes in mass immigration. The law itself mimicked federal law. What is the President of the United States doing, suing the American people? I ask you. I use the word post-American because he is working towards a world where America is not a superpower or the moral authority that she's just one of many socialist nations. When asked in Europe if he believed in American exceptionalism, he said, I believe in it as much as I believe in British exceptionalism, French exceptionalism, which means, no, I don't believe this. No, nobody's exceptional. And what's critical, and why this is such a key point, is because what is American exceptionalism? It is individual exceptionalism. That's what it is. And that's the basic founding principle of this great nation. Individual rights. Everything we became, everything that we became, that we achieved, that was heroic, was a logical consequence of fidelity to that very principle. Before the election, I had been researching this book for 3 years. He came on my radar screen in late 2007, and I was very troubled by his allegiances, his alliances. I was troubled by his background. He grew up from the ages of 6 to 12 on the streets of Indonesia. He was listed on his school records as a Muslim. Now, don't start with me. I'm just saying there was a deception during the campaign. You weren't allowed to talk about it. Not only were you not allowed to talk about it, but anyone that used his middle name was a racist, Islamophobic, anti-Muslim bigot. He became president, and the very first interview he gave was to Al Arabiya television, where he announced himself to be Barack Hussein Obama, with a proud as punch that he had Muslim family members. His grandmother was a Christian in 2008, is now a Muslim in 2009. Now, why I find this troubling is because he was deceitful about it. He lied. I find it troubling because we know from the study of Islam that Islamic anti-Semitism is in the very DNA of that ideology. We know because every friend, every alliance, every association he has is radically anti-Semitic. His friend Rashid Khalidi, who was a member of the PLO in the 70s when it was the most heinous terrorist group in the world. Now, there's a lot of competition because we're in the modern era of the modern savage. But at the time, he was a member of Rashid Khalidi, and Obama babysat his children. Obama, when he sat on the tides, the Woods Foundation, along with terrorist Bill Ayers, gave $40,000 and $30,000 respectively to Rashid. And what's most troubling is that the day before yesterday, Rashid announced that he was going to finance, he was raising money for another jihad warship flotilla, which is an act of war against the Jewish people. But I get to the best part yet. The name of the flotilla is the Audacity of Hope. And I don't even have TikTok, you know what I mean? The thing is, he couldn't have done that without the imprimatur of Obama. And just as the Lockerbie bomber, when he was released, which was shocking, this was the first really large terrorist attack on America, and they released this mass murderer. He says he doesn't know about it, but it comes out in the British papers 2 days ago that he signed off on it. Of course he signed off on it. There's no way they would have released that guy. Now, before I go to the candidates, because I know they're just chomping at the bit, and soon they'll be ankle biting, okay? I just want to, if I might, go just one after another, rat-tat-tat like a machine gun, some of the things Obama has done in concerning Israel. As you know, you must have seen the UK Prime Minister in Turkey yesterday denouncing Israel for defending herself. Now, you saw that in black and white. You saw those videos. Now, if I hear one more time that it was humanitarian aid, I'm going to tell you something. I have friends that go to Gaza, and I think Gaza has an obesity problem. It's teeming with food and new shopping malls and swimming pools. Meanwhile, they're starving to death in Darfur and in the Congo, and nobody talks about any of this. But it's a humanitarian crisis. They have every right to stop those arms that are going into that state. And when people don't understand, even if you don't like Jewish people, the thing is that Israel really is on the front line of the global jihad. She absorbs so much activity. If Israel wasn't there, you have no idea the amount of Islamic terror that would be unleashed on this world. It's like she's the mop-up girl, and she's Cinderella, and you keep kicking her in the head. She's critical to our national security. And we've seen time and time again that this is a pro-Islam president. He went to Al-Azhar University, the leading Islamic university in Egypt. Fine. Made a speech, always speaks to the Ummah. Not to French Muslims or British Muslims, always to the worldwide Muslim community. So he's going right into that whole, Islamic Ummah global jihad thing. And he says that the violation of women's rights in the Muslim world is just as bad in America. Oh, really? he said we have, 96% of the girls in Egypt have been clitorectomized. Honor killings. Women are property. They're subjugated. They have to walk around in cloth coffins and say they like it. And he equates that. He says he's going to make America safe for women to wear the hijab. Who stops them? But meanwhile, if they don't want to wear the hijab, and I know they write to me, like Rivka Barry when she left Ohio, the Christian convert, and was dogged, chased across the country to bring her back. An A student, no drugs, no boys, virgin. They're chasing this little girl because she converted out of Islam. Meanwhile, girls are running away from home, selling their bodies, doing drugs. Nobody's looking for them. Think about it. Let's think about it. Put your politics aside. Let's think rationally. We have to start to think. Just like I can say